What's up, y'all? Good morning. I know that I usually do like the whole nightly with Meccavellii thing, but I was like, why not do like car vlogs? And I went and got me this little car thing where I'm simply just and I want to get some things off about the Housewives. First things first, I have to be real. I don't give a fuck if if Angela's a scammer. Not all scams are created equal, okay? That's the whole fucking plot of Set It Off. There's a difference between scamming corporations and scamming like an individual. You get what I'm saying? Like, Angela doing her scam from what I read, it wasn't giving Jen Shah in the slightest. Like, it was giving, oh, you was working at that bank and you was breaking your people off, telling them how they could come up, do something. Okay, got it. I'm personally okay with that. I am actually like whereas Jen Shah, she was taking in people, retirement, all that crazy shit. That was horrible, okay? And Jen Shah knows she needs to, she exactly where she needs to be behind that. Child, that's as good as it's gonna get. I was trying to give, I'm driving through this neighborhood, and I was like, well, I don't know if I want you to see. I'm over here feeling like I'm giving the people their motherfucking privacy type shit. But, you know, it is what it is. It's not like it's a Jen Shah situation where you defrauding individuals and motherfuckers out their motherfucking retirement. That's insane. Jen Shah knows she's shame. Tell the truth and shame the damn devil, girl. That was crazy. And I really like how Angela is carrying this season. She is carrying this season. She is the bone collector. If you see the pieces moving in every piece of drama that's happened this season, Angela is at the scene of the crime. Even if you take it to the Kenya Britt situation, that happened because of Angela. Like, in all seriousness. Between Angela and Kelly, I want Britt to get another season. I'm not a fan of Britt per se. But I honestly, Britt, I give or take. I definitely want to see Angela again next season. I definitely do want to see Shamia next season. Kelly is fun. Kelly, I won't say I'm not sold on Kelly because I am. But out of the four, you know, there are four new girls, that's a lot of new people in one cast. And for me, the bitches who have to absolutely show up to work next season are Shamia and Angela. I'm gonna be real. Porsha is tired. It's tired. The storyline with Drew is just, it's obvious that Simon was not allowing you to be a part of allowing him to use you as part of the storyline. So now you're coming up with this thing for you know, Drew and Dennis, and bringing Dennis into the storyline. It's like, oh girl, well that shit is tired anyway. I'm not particularly enjoying that anyway, you know. Shit. Try something new. Try something different. Oh, they shit, all these motherfucking cars still coming. Kelly dying her dog also did have me crying, because when she said she lost her dog. Fun fact, I have a dog. Before Flex, there was Thor. Thor is still alive and well and aging, and she is Thor's a girl, and she is half Chihuahua, half Jack Terrier. She's about the same size as Flex the whole time, and she we lost her. Mind you, we found her. That's how we even got her. She was a rescue, but we lost her, and one of our local crackheads found her, and then my mom had to give him some money to give her back. It was a whole thing, child. And it was that's why when Kelly said, girl, we finna die you, yeah, you fit to be pink, girl, cause ain't no way. I know it look like I'm going real fast. I'm going about 60. It ain't too many people on the road, but you know, this Texas, girl, we drive kind of fast. I like to drive the speed limit though. All these big butt, wide hip Medea ass trucks that you gotta maneuver around. I'm fit to move my way and get the fuck. But yeah, you know, I think that this past episode, obviously it got real juicy when Drew showed up. And Angela completely disregarding that it was Porsha's birthday. It's like, girl, and that's why Porsha wasn't even mad at first. It's like, yeah, we need a storyline, we need to do some, you feel me, for the show, for the fans, because we had all this drama with Kenya, and that's what has kept people captivated the last 3-4 weeks. And now we need to get onto this. We need to do something else. So we'll see how that turns out. I enjoy Drew. I think she's such a liar that it's like she lies about everything. It's just funny. It's just funny. I mean, like, I don't like Ralph. I think that Ralph is, I don't know how bitches be ending up with dudes like that. Like, to me, Ralph is the type of nigga, like, you knew he was annoying from the first time you had met him. You knew he was irritating as shit, you know? You already knew what time it was. The fuck, so I don't know. I don't like Ralph. Ralph would never got on my pants. So that's it, and that's all. He's so pressed to be on camera. He's so pressed to do off the bam. Like, okay, either move out the house or sell the house or make Drew pay the bills for the house or something. Figure it out. But sitting here for a year and living in the basement like a motherfucking troll is crazy. You're living in the basement like a motherfucking troll because you want to be on the motherfucking Housewives, so you got a motherfucking storyline because you want to be famous. It's just like, if you had really wanted to be divorced, you'd have been divorced. You'd have been divorced. You would have been divorced. So, yeah. Yesterday I watched the Housewives a couple days ago. Yesterday I watched the Valley. The thing about the Vanderpump Rules universe is them is all the worst people, and I mean since the beginning. They're absolutely the worst people you've ever encountered, and somehow also the most entertaining motherfuckers you've ever encountered. And they never grow or get better. That's why watching the Valley is crazy, because it's like they're still like horrible people. They still all suck. Like, but now they're just, instead of being like in their late 20s, when they mid to late 20s, early 30s and sucking, they're like 40 fucking 5 and they still suck. It's what am I supposed to say about any of this? Jason, I enjoy Jason. I don't know where the hell Janet, I don't know how the hell Janet did that, girl. I don't know how the hell Janet did that, girl. I don't know how the hell Janet put that man. But he seems to be the only one worth a damn. Only thing about this past episode of Valley that had really irritated me was, since Brittany knows she's not finna be with Jax no more, we don't give a fuck that Jax is gonna fuck bitches. Jax been fucking bitches for 84 years on you. You know what I'm saying? Jax been fucking bitches this whole time. She been cheating. It's just, oh, but now it's an issue because of Cruz. I get it. You got a baby now. But the only thing, this is what blew me. How you gonna make me agree with Jax? That last scene right before he went to a fucking rehab, and it was getting real intense, girl. It was getting real intense. I said, and he was like, this is so, she said, you're a bad, like something along the lines, you're a bad person, I don't want our son to grow up and be like you, and blase, and he was like, okay, that's enough, stop filming, cut the cameras. And then when she went downstairs and she was yelling, that's why you're only gonna be there one fucking day, it was like, okay, now you're sitting here claiming you want him to be a better person, you want him to get better, you want him to do all these things, but you're like, right, like 15 minutes before he's going to do that, you're shitting on him. It just, I didn't like it. And I said, god damn, agreeing with Jax, what the fuck is going on? I just publicly said you could never make me feel bad for Jax, which you really couldn't. I mean, Jax is the villain of all villains, child. And he absolutely called Brittany fat. Did you peep how when on the after show, when they was recapping that part, the Tom and what's his name, Jason, that's not Jason, Jesse, Silver Fox, I can't never think of his name. They shut their ass up, girl. Usually they'll join in. They shut their ass up. They was just looking. I said, and that's one thing about Tom Sandoval, bitch. He gonna shut his ass up when he ain't gonna, he's good about, I mean, especially now that they older and shit. He good about being, he not gonna be like, oh, well, you lying. But that motherfucker gonna sit there and or he gonna redirect or he gonna be like, well, that was unacceptable. That was da-da-da-da. They shut their ass up. And then they kept going to the girls being like, he's done it in front of us. We've seen the text message. I'm like, yeah, Jax, you absolutely called the girl big bag. You did that. And I don't even know why you fronted your move, because that also seemed like some shit you would do. That don't even seem like extraordinarily out of your character. And take it a step further, when that man, he was like struggling to say, tongue twisted, I love women who look like her. All you gotta do is simply watch Vanderpump Rules. And I'll be honest, back in the day when they first got together, I remember thinking like, ooh, Brittany, I know Brittany used to be thinner, obviously, before she had baby and stuff, but I was like, she don't really seem like Jack's type. And then when we saw her family from back in, you know, I'll be watching all this trash ass reality TV. Anything that Bravo Andy gonna put on with his fucking evil genius ass, I'ma watch. When they went to Kentucky, and she was gaining weight, and I say this as someone who used to work very hard to be thin and dated someone who only dated very thin girls. So I'm when I see Brittany, I see myself. Like, yes, I'm thin right now, but you can kind of tell that's not naturally my build. Like, I'm working very hard at this. And if you even, my way yo-yo's now, if you even deviate from that, oh, bitch, he finna say something, bitch. Oh, bitch, your ass is grass, you know? So when they went to Kentucky, I saw her mama and her mima. I said, oh, girl. Oh, girl. Y'all are some voluptuous white women, huh? All right now. Jax, I don't think that's too much Jax speed. Not from what I seen. Not from the Vanderpump Rules and every bitch he be with. Hell no. Even the little skinty big titty bitch they showed he had at the house this other day. You know, that's all I'm saying, child. That's all the fuck I'm saying. I've been there. And then you got to kill yourself, all that working out, can't eat a goddamn thing. Girl, go get you someone. You from Kentucky, you know them country boys don't mind a little bit of thickness. Go and get you someone who, you know, you ain't gotta worry about all that trying to kill yourself to stay fit. Cause that's fucking around, that's all you finna do. Or they're gonna harass you and call you a big back ass bitch like Jax was. Shit, I remember my ex told me he ain't like my body, and I was like, bitch, I was gagged. And mind you, I think he just like, I said, why? He was like, I don't know. I don't know. And I wasn't the thinnest I had been when I first met him, but I was still smaller than I am now. You know? I think I'd only gained about 8 or 9 pounds at that point. I was probably like 150 something. Which for me is still, everyone's body proportion is different. And I'm more bottom heavy than top heavy. So I could still fit into my clothes. I could still fit into my pants. But it was giving like, ooh, got a little ass on your back. Oh my God, y'all. I just got done with Soul Cycle. I've got to get in my car. Bitch, I'm sitting in the car. I'm so discombobulated. And we're just going to keep on going with this driving Meccavellii, driving Miss Mecca. Maybe that's what I'll call this segment on YouTube, driving Miss Mecca. I've got to run some errands.
Friend woes, friend situations.
Oh, bitch, hold on.
That kind of turned in.
That's the podcast. So if you haven't listened to my podcast that I have with Jamila Bell, the Jamila Bell of all sorts of TikTok drama. Okay, but you're gonna let me in. Yes, ma'am. You're gonna let me in. Okay. I'm gonna get on in here anyway. Thank you. Because I actually need to turn. So I'm going to have to do this. Oh, am I too close? It looks like I'm too close. Yeah, go ahead and go. Thank you for... Oh, Texas, child. See what happens when you don't let somebody in. One thing about me, I do not be embarrassed. You gonna sit here and let me fix myself up, because you know, now if I hit the curb I don't see it, that's one thing, but I had seen the curb, so let me back up a little bit, baby. Yeah, y'all gonna let me in. I'm sorry, I'm a bully too. I'm a big bully too. I learned how to drive in Texas. If you have to drive in Texas, then you know you gotta be a bully. You gotta be a defensive driver, and you gotta watch your motherfucking six, because these people out here drive crazy. They get road rage. You be going motherfucking 80. The speed limit 65. I'm going 80. I'm already, what is that, 15 miles on the speed limit. A bitch come past you, and a nigga come past you going, not even nigga, half the time be white people going 100. I know you going 100, because how you speeding past me? I'm going 80. Let me get my ass in the slow lane going 80, and the cops don't give a damn. I did notice on Easter, mind you, when I drove back from Dallas to Houston, that's the only time I ever seen so many police on the streets trying to track speed checks. And they wasn't just the police, bitch, they was motherfucking constable. I don't play. The only double ticket I ever got since I had my license was from the motherfucking constable. Bitch, I don't play with them. I don't play with the Texas constable. Constable, go ahead, kiss my motherfucking ass. Every time I see the constable, I go the other motherfucking way, bitch. You don't even be doing nothing. But you know, I had a bucket, so the constable was playing with me. They say, oh, that raggedy ass car. They leave me alone now that I got a nice car. That's real tree. Prejudice. You got you a little bucket. The constable they gonna get you. I don't play with the constable. But as I was saying, I just left Soul Cycle. I feel really good. I'm about to go in here to Whole Foods. I gotta drop some off at Amazon, or I gotta return something from motherfucking Amazon right quick. And then me and Elantra gonna make a little Costco run. I gotta get me I go to Costco about once a month. Well, maybe not even once a month. Once every like 6 weeks. Cause I gotta get my my toilet paper, my paper towels, and my garbage bags. It's just me and Flex, so it lasts us about 2-3 months. It's been about 3 months since the last time I got the shits from Costco. But I still haven't went to Costco because I like they big bag cashews they be having. I love a good cashew. But we just gonna keep going, driving Miss Mecca. And then I have to drop these packages off. We've got some things. We're about to run another BOGO sale since summer about to go at the spa, which is fun. We're going to do a little bit different this year, though, so we can make sure that everyone, not so much getting their stuff, but it's being sent to the right addresses and stuff like that. So we're going to do it in batches. We ain't going to do it all at one smooth swoop. You're going to drop a batch and then, give you time to, tell us if it's at the right location, then we could, because I don't want no one saying they ain't get their shit. Especially with me and Ashley not being in the spot as much now. So we have, people who work for us. And I don't think that they're not doing their job. I don't think that people are, I just feel like it's a bunch of confusion. We just trying to eliminate that confusion. That's what help doing business. You just be having to figure out how to eliminate confusion, child. I don't be having no issue with it. Yeah, let me take my ass into Whole Foods. Y'all wanna come into Whole Foods with me? Ooh, shit. I know I'm in River Oaks, child. Fancy. I should get me some juice. Some, matter of fact, since I just worked out, I should get me some green juice, but I'm really not hungry. Is anyone else like that? After I work out, I have so much energy, but I do not be hungry in the slightest. This was the first time I had gone to work out in general. Obviously, I went to Soul Cycle, but this is the first time I had gone to work out in the last week because I went to Dallas. I drove to Dallas a week ago Friday. I was in Dallas all week because the last workout I did was last Wednesday. So, yep, I haven't done nothing for a week, child. Oh, that's the gardeners at the Whole Foods. Okay, so me and Elantra made it to Costco. We're really on tees because we both needed our own cart. Elantra, say hello. Hello, people. Hello, people out there. Like I said, I need to get my paper towels and I need to get my toilet paper. I think I'm gonna try and find some coffee creamer. And then at the end of every Costco trip, you gotta get pizza. They also have a really good, oh my God, it's plants. I want to see if they still have this Nutri Ninja stuff. It's a tree.
I know, but like, I don't have a green thumb. Like, nothing I do is things alive.
Please. I am literally getting ready to have dinner with one of my cousins who I have not seen since I was in high school, which is insane to think about. And this is like, he lives in Houston now. I haven't seen him since he's lived in Houston, which is, I'm trying to see, oh no, that's not him. Oh, okay. I got a holder so that my camera can hold. I haven't seen him since he lived in Houston because he moved a few years ago and he was going through a lot. And my mom, if you were following me, my mom came out to visit. Mom wanted to see him. Since he was going through a lot, you know how that is. Like, you're going through it and your old head is probably finna be like, are you okay? And it's like, no, I'm literally fighting for my life. But because of that, he ghosted. He didn't respond. And so, ever since then, like when he reaches out, I'm not mad. I haven't been mad, but I just have been like pretty indifferent, if that makes sense. Because it's like, you know, you heard my mom's feelings and all the things. So I think he thinks that I hate him, which I'm gonna have to come in here and say like, I don't hate you. I just was like, I don't know. I was really indifferent to like kicking it, hanging out with him. And then also he travels a lot. Like he's constantly in Kenya. He's constantly all over the place. I'm all over the place too. So even with like our schedules, it was one of those things that it was like, well, I mean, it just wasn't that deep. And I think that he caught me at like such a transformative year right before my birthday, because I'm definitely starting to appreciate more cultivating my own personal relationships with family members. I think one of the things about having older parents is that I'm constantly used to not necessarily having to be as active and present because my parents are so present. My parents are the parents who are calling and, hey, how are you doing? Da, 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 da. So it's like for much of like my adult life, my dad is like the representative on behalf of me and my brother, which is already one dynamic. I think with my dad and his health issues, it's when that started a few years ago was definitely when I had to kind of like, oh, I got to step up and like cultivate these relationships by myself. And so I say all that to say, also more context. All of my cousins from like my mom's side, is this him? Oh no, that's not him. I keep thinking everyone is him. Okay, he told me he was gonna be here at 6:24. He told me he was gonna be here at 6:35. They're all old enough to be my actual parents. Like they were all born when my mom was a teenager. So they were all good and fucking grown by the time I was born. Like the youngest one was 24, I believe. So that's also, I grew up talking to him and, you know, when he would come to visit all this stuff, but he was always so much older than I am, you know? So it's like, I know he thinks I hate him and I'm so mad at him. And it's not even that. It's just like, I just was never really present. And it's like my mom's feelings were so hurt and she was in her fifis and I was just like, oh my God. So it's like when you're reaching out, it's like, oh, okay, I guess I'll get up with you when I get up with you. And that turned into like, I haven't got up with you in 3 years. So I'm happy that, you know, we're both able to do this. I'm happy that he reached back out again. And I'm happy that I'm in a place where I'm like, okay, like, yeah, you're right. Let's talk. Like, we're family. Yeah. Outside of that, I think a lot of my peers are guilty of like the dynamic that I just mentioned in terms of being present with our family members and being very reliant on our like moms and our dads to like forge and be the bridge for those relationships. And one thing about fucking 29 and damn near being 30, it's like, oh, I really have to cultivate these relationships for myself. Like I can't oh, like you expect to have actual connection with me. Like I can no longer skate on the, oh, I'm a kid. Cause it's like, no, you're not. Even though I am, like I'm a fully
realized adult teenager who pays a lot of bills and has a lot of feelings and emotions that I'm still trying to work through and understand. I'm still finding myself, you know? Like, I don't know if I can like navigate a relationship with you. I'm still finding myself. I'm still trying to figure out my relationship with myself. So hopefully it goes well. I will be back and let you guys know how it goes.
Child, one thing about me, I'm a motherfucking yapper through and through. Like, it should be studied. It is ridiculous. Me and my cousin sat there for like 2 hours talking. And I won't say it was therapeutic, but I'm glad that I went in with an open mind, and I'm glad that I just went into it with the episode that I did, because obviously, even though I'm also glad that I made like my thoughts before going into it, because I feel like so often people just need to talk to each other to explain their feelings. And I won't even say we addressed it head on, but I know him telling me a little bit of like what he was going through, even though I had articulated at the very beginning, like, no, I know like you just was going through a lot, but you hurt my mom's feelings, so it like caused me to disassociate. Yet, and even still, hearing kind of what was going on with him and having like a better understanding of it kind of softened me. And I think so often, like, especially with our families, we want to just like, we want to do what I was doing in terms of like, I don't even care, you know, because it's like, and maybe you don't, because like I said, I felt like I wasn't on no fuck you, I wasn't on no I hate you, I just didn't really care to like talk, and sometimes it's like that, and I think that if you're in that place, I respect it. But if you ever get to a place how I did, and I was like, you know what, okay, it's time to kind of bridge this gap, I would definitely suggest doing it, because I just feel like we were able to give each other a lot of context on what the last 3 years have been like. He's been going through a lot of similar experiences as myself, which I didn't know and would not have known had I not spoken to him. And so from that, it's like, okay, so like you get it, like you literally get what's going on. Okay, cool. And we're able to sit here and talk and catch up, and it made it so, like I said, we didn't even have to like say, oh well, this is exactly why I wasn't talking to you. The conversation more consisted of like, this is what's been going on with me. Oh my God. And how's that making you feel? And like, what are your plans for the future? And like, what have you been doing to get over it? And what have you been handling? And how have you been coping? And this trauma, but like, you're not letting it keep you down. I feel like it ended in such a positive way. Not that I wasn't expecting it to end in such a positive way, but it definitely ended with us being like, okay, so cousin date when I'm back in town. You know, like it definitely was like, okay, this can't be like, I mean, he literally said, was like, it's not going to be another 2 years before we do this again. And I was like, oh no, it won't be. So I don't know, maybe we just be open to our families. I don't know, maybe just be understanding and extend an olive branch and understand what everyone going through and what the hell going on. We went to Cool Runnings, which is a Jamaican spot here in Houston. Typically they be having like a lot of like, it's like a fast food spot in the front. But in the back, they got like a club, like a dining room set up. So you can order in or order out. Usually on the weekends, it's like more so open. It is Wednesday today, so it was way more intimate because it wasn't nobody popping up in there. So we really literally had like the whole dining room to sit and chat and catch up, which I also think helped because it wasn't like, you know, we were like fighting volume and all this other type of shit. And when I said that, I literally just remembered I had myself a little dessert. These are so good, y'all. Literally. So fucking good.